So this timer 0 and timer 1 are a 16-bit register, but we cannot access a whole 16-bit data in the same time. So that is going to be divided into 8-bit data. Okay, so that the timer 1 is divided into timer, okay, sorry, timer 0. Timer 0 is divided into two 8-bits. Timer high 0, timer low 0. Okay, so as it is a 0 timer, 0 is fixed here, and the suffix is, so that is going to be th and tl. In the same way, we have a timer 1 register of a 16-bit, and it is been 8 bits. So we have th1 and tl1, timer high 1, timer low 1. Okay, so yesterday we have already seen, we have discussed about this, and also we have discussed what is a TMOD register. Okay, so now we will see in depth what is a CMOS register, right? Now here TMOD register is also an 8-bit register. It is an 8-bit register that is used to set various timer operation modes. It is used to set what? Various timer operation modes. Okay, so it is basically used to set the operation modes for the timers. We have a 2 timers now, timer 0 and timer 1. So both timers, total how many registers we get from these 2 timers? Total 4 registers. Okay, so here we have to control, here we have to set the operation modes. So there are different operations modes we have. According to that, the timer 0 and timer 1 is going to work according to the operation mode what we are going to set here in this TMOD register. According to that, the timer 0 and timer 1 is going to be working. Okay, and the function of timer 0 and timer 1 will be automatic here. So that automation is going to be done by the 2 registers, that is TMOD register, and one more register will come, TCON register. Okay, so here it uses both timer 0 and timer 1 uses the same TMOD register. Only one register, TMOD register is there, and that TMOD register is of 8-bit register. This is 7th bit, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, so here it is a timer bar. The previous class only I have told you the bit 2 and bit 6 is timer bar. Here we have both two sets. The lower nibble, lower 4 bytes are going to set the operation modes for timer 0, and the higher nibble used to set the various timer for timer 1. Okay, so what are the bits we have? We have M0, M1, C by T bar, gate, and similarly in same as in the higher nibble, M0, M1, C by T bar, and gate. Okay, so this is used to set the operation mode for timer 0, and these 4 bits are used to set the operation mode for timer 1. Okay, so what are the modes of operation we have? So if you have a 2 bits of a modes of operation, then definitely I am going to get 4 number of operation modes. Okay, so 0 0, this is going to be 0 0, it is going to be 0 1, it is going to be 1 0 and 1 1. Okay, 1 0 and 1 1. And okay, one more thing, the TMOD register is a special function register, and the address of TMOD register is there, no? The address of TMOD register where we are going to write all the data into memory location. So that address is 89H. Okay, and it is not a bit addressable. Not a bit addressable. It means we cannot read or write a single bit of TMOD register. So it is not a bit addressable. It is whole byte addressable. Now these two bits, upper two bits, bit 4 and bit 5, lower two bits, bit 0 and bit 1. These are used to set the modes of operation, different modes of operations. How many modes of operations we have? We have whenever the M0 and M1 are 0, 0, this is M1 and M0. Okay. When it is 0, 0, then the timer will work into mode 0. When it is 0, 1, timer will work into mode 1. Mode, it is mode 2. Whenever it is 1, 0, it is a mode 2. And whenever the value is 1, 1, if I write 1, 1 here, then it is mode 3. Okay, either I can set the value here or I can set the value here, 1 or 1. Okay, so wherever I am setting the value, that timer is going to work, timer 0 or timer 1 is going to work into that particular mode of operation. Okay, in brief, we see that what is a mode 0 operation? Mode 0 operation is 8-bit timer operation. 8-bit timer operation with 5-bit prescaler. So complete in depth we will see it in later. What is a prescaler? What is a 8-bit counter or timer? So basically it is 8-bit timer with 5-bit prescaler. So total how many bits? 8 plus 5. Total it is 13-bit timer. I will mention it here. It is a mode 0 is a 13-bit timer. Okay, 13-bit timer or counter. Timer or counter. Now, when it is 0, 1, the mode 1 operation. And what is mode 1 operation? Mode 1 operation is a 16-bit timer. Timer or counter. Mode 1 operation is a 16-bit timer or counter. Then mode 2 operation, whenever it is 1, 0, it is a mode 2 operation. Okay, M0 and M1 and M0. M1, M0. Whenever it is 1, 0, a mode 2 operation will be activated, and mode 2 operation is 8-bit auto reload timer or counter. So here mode 2 is an 8-bit counter or 8-bit timer, but with auto reload. Auto reload means, we know what do you mean, what is the meaning of auto reload? Means the value is going to be loaded automatically. The value is going to be loaded automatically. Okay, so that is 8-bit auto reload. We will see how it is going to work. Then mode 3, you have to remember all these things. Okay, mode 3 operation is when I write 1 and 1 here, or either 1 or 1 here. Then mode 3 operation is depending upon the function is depending upon the timer 0 or timer 1. We will see all these things in we usually call it as a split counter. Mode 3 is split counter. I'll just edit here only. Split timer or counter. Okay. So is it understood? How many modes we have? 4 modes. And those modes, which are those modes? One is 8-bit with 5-bit prescaler, which is called as a 13-bit timer. The mode 1 is 16-bit timer. Mode 2 is 8-bit timer with auto reload. And mode 3 is a split timer. It is actually a 16-bit timer, and that 16-bit timer is going to be divided into two, so that 8 and 8. So the total timer is going to be divided into two. So that is split timer or counter. Okay. So in-depth operation we will see in the next slide. Now, so what are the next two bits? C by T bar, gate. C by T bar and gate. Okay. So what is the C by T bar? So it is just selecting whether the counter operation or timer operation. So we have discussed that the counter operation is using external clock frequency. Okay, in the previous slide we have seen that the difference between counter and a timer. Counter is using external clock frequency to measure the or to get incremented. Okay. Timer is using internal frequency, internal oscillator to count the number of pulses. Okay. Counters are used for event or process measurement. Timer is used for measuring the clock frequencies. Okay. So now, whenever timer counter or timer bar, okay, T bar it is. So when it is 1, what we are using? We are using it as the timer is used for the purpose of either T0 or T1, are using as a counter. Okay, are using as a counter. And what will happen? The external clock frequency is used to measure the data into the timer 0 and timer 1. So timer 1 is also a 16-bit register. Timer 0 is also a 16-bit register. To set the mode, to increase the value, to make it function 16 total 16-bit register, 16 bits, and here also total 16 bits. So the value of the timer is going to be incremented by 1 for every clock frequency, for every machine cycle, so that whenever this timer is increasing by 1, okay, or timer 0 is increasing by 1 or 2 or 3, so whenever this bit is 0, internal clock frequency is used. Whenever this bit is 1, external clock frequency is used. Okay, so according to the clock frequency and according to the number of incrementing, so how many times it is going to increment this register and how many times this register is incrementing, that value into the clock frequency, we will get a total time period. Okay, so C by T bar is used whether to select it as a counter, whether the microcontroller is working as a counter, or whether the microcontroller is using the timers as a same as it is timers. Okay, you may get a doubt here, not an issue. The difference between the counter and timer. Okay, if you go through the previous section, you will come to understand that C by T bar. What is counter? What is timer? Okay. Then gate bit. So the gate bit is basically used to run the timer 0 and timer 1 register. Okay, timer 0 and timer 1 register. Whenever gate bit is 0, whenever gate bit, this bit, a particular bit, 7th bit is 0, then the input to run the timer, is depending upon two values. Okay, see the timers are going to be run here, so that we are setting up the mode here. In what way the timer has to be incremented, or it has to be started. So one thing is that through the hardware of INT0 and INT1 pin are there. So we have a two pins. Okay, what are the pin numbers of INT0 and INT1? What are the pin numbers? 14, 15, 16, 17. Is it 16, 17? 16 and 17. Okay, or what it is? It is 12 and 13. 12 and 13. It is not 16, 17. 12 and 13. Pin number 12 and 13. So whenever there is a, so this is going to be run by TRX bit of TCON register, and high on is high on INT0 or INT1 is high. It means these timer registers are there, no? 16-bit registers. There is the value will be stored into a 16-bit register, either timer 0 or timer 1. Now, say suppose I am using TH0 and TL0. It means I am using timer 0. Okay. Now I have loaded some value into this 25H 00H. So total value, what is the timer 0 value? 2500H. Okay. Now I utilize the timer mode register. I keep this as 0 and keep this as a 0. I'll make this as a 1 or 0. If I'm not using anything, then 0000. I'm not using anything for this. Now what? As value is loaded into timer 0, I have to make changes in the lower 4 bits. Correct? So that is why the TMOD register is used. Okay, so if I change the values into the lower 4 bits, then according to that, the timer 0, TH0 and TL0 are going to be incremented automatically, and they have to be started. No, I am just setting up the operation mode in the TMOD register, but to start it and to stop it, I have one more register called as TCON register. Timer control register. Okay, so these two are very much important: TMOD register and TCON register. Okay, to run what is running here, the value of TH0 or TL0 or the value of TH1 or TL1, the value of these registers are going to be incremented automatically depending upon the internal clock frequency or external clock frequency. So whenever the values of these registers are incremented for every clock cycle or for every machine cycle, if it is using internal clock frequency, then this is going to be 0. The third bit is going to use it is going to be 0. Okay, it is not a third bit. 0, 1, 2. Second bit, it is going to be 0. If these are incrementing by using the external clock frequency, okay, then C by T bar is equal to be 1. So that is the meaning of this. Whenever it is 1, C by T bar is equal to 1. configure for the counter operations. So counter operation is using external clock frequency. So that is why whenever this is 1, the timer 0 and timer 1 are going to be incremented depending upon the external clock frequency. Whenever C by T bar is equal to be 0, configure the timer operation. So this is counter operation, this is timer operation. So what will happen? These value will be incremented by using internal clock frequency. So that is what done by C by T bar. Okay. Now, if I am using it as a counter, if I am using the timer as a counter, then it is using external clock frequency. And whenever it is using an external clock frequency, then the turn on of this register, turn on means it has to start from the beginning, no? It has to increment from beginning number to the maximum number what I am going to set. So that is why it is depending upon the gate bit. So if gate bit is 0 and if either INT 0 or INT 1, INT stands for interrupt 0, interrupt 1, so which is connected externally. When there is a high signal upon this interrupt 0 or interrupt 1, then timer 0 or timer 1. So here I have used timer 0. Timer 0 will be in a run mode. So whenever TRX bit of TCON register is high and interrupt 0, interrupt 1 bits are high. So this is important. And now whenever gate bit is 1, whenever the gate bit is 1, then what will happen? Timer 0 and timer 1 will be in run mode whenever the TRX bit of TCON register is high. Okay, that is so simple. So it has to be 1 or it has to be 0 depending upon whatever the timer operation or counter operation that I am using. Okay, so now this is what the timer circuit. Okay, so now what is happening here? Say that there is a crystal oscillator. Okay, crystal oscillator within 8051. How much we have? What is the crystal oscillator of this 8051? It is going to be 12 megahertz, no? 12 megahertz. Okay. Or else I can use a what I can use? External frequency. External frequency can be at 24 megahertz. It can be a what it can be? It can be 40 megahertz. It can be 80 megahertz, or it can be 100 megahertz. It is variable. How much able to I am going to connect, that much I can connect at the output side. So now counter pin. Okay, this is counter pin. This is a TR bit. Now TR bit is very much important, which is present inside the TCON register. We will see in depth what is a TCON register and what are the bits of TCON register. So, but we will understand only TR. TR stands for timer run. Okay, there are 2 bits, TRX. So X stands for either 0 or 1. Timer run 0 or timer run 1. So if I have selected timer 0, I will write TR0. If I am working upon timer 1, then I will write it as TR1. So TR stands for timer run. It means it is starting the register value to be incremented by 1 automatically. Okay, so it is a timer register, TR register, timer run register, run bit in the present inside the TCON register. TCON register is a 8-bit register. Okay. Now here, so let us not talk about this one now. Now here, see, if C by T bar is equal to 0, what is happening? Crystal oscillator is there, internal crystal oscillator is there. So that is going to be divided by 12, and the input, this switch is connected to this line. Total crystal frequency divided by 12, and that is going to be connected to the timer increment input. Now there is one more switch here that we will see, and if I am connecting external pin, then an external clock frequency is connected to here. So when it is, whenever C by T bar is equal to 1. Now understood? Counter means it is using external clock frequency. Timer means it is using internal clock frequency. Okay. So now there is one more switch here. What it is switch? TR bit. Say if TR bit is 0. 0 stands for what? No run. Stop. Stop means what? It is an AND gate. So any one input is 0, then output will be 0. Output means output 0 means what? Stop. Okay. Now suppose TR bit is equal to 1. It means I am starting now. Starting the register value to be incremented. Okay. Now what? This is 1. If this is 1, the output of this AND gate is depending upon this bit. What is this bit? This bit is a G bit. Okay. G bit or INT input. So suppose if INT bit is high and G bit is 0, right? Then what is the operation? This will be 1, correct? Then output will be 1. So if it is 1, I start the timer, then run, the timer starts. The timer will run now. If suppose, if I am using this as a 1, then this will be 0, right? So suppose, and then INT is not, I am not bothering about INT. This bit will be 0, and if it is 0, then this is going to be 0. Then again timer will stop. If this bit is 0, this bit will be 1, right? Whether the interrupt pin is high or low, no matter, the OR gate output will be 1 always. So this will be 1 and this will be 1. So again what will happen? Timer starts running. Okay. So the G bit, gate bit is there now. This gate bit is simply enabling, whenever the gate bit is 0, the output is depending upon TRX and INT0 or INT1. See, whenever gate bit is 0, the output run is, these two things are depending upon TR bit and INT bit. Say if this is 0, see that this is going to be 1, correct? And INT should be high, correct? INT should be high, TR should be high. So both are high, then only the timer will run. If anyone is 0, then timer will stop. Okay. So it is, okay, it is not OR gate, it is AND here. TRX bit of TCON register and is high, and int 0 or int 1 is high. Okay, both should be high. Then get value is equal to be 0. During that time, timer is going to be run through TRX and int 0 and int 1. Whenever get bit is 1, then the output is only depending upon TRX. The output is depending upon only TRX. Whenever get bit is 1, then no matter of this bit, the output is completely depending upon only TR bit. If TR bit is 0, so say this is going to be 0. If it is 1, this is going to be 0, and the output is going to be either 0 or 1. Say if it is 0, then the output is completely depending upon 0. If it is 1 also, if this one is 0, output will stop. The increment will get stopped. Understood? So only 1 minute is remaining. Let me take attendance. Everyone have to join after this class, after this session ends. Okay, wait for 2 minutes. Okay.